Hello, people! Welcome! I'm Saleem, and this is my Bohemian kitchen. Want to give you a little bit of information of what I'm going to serve for you today. We're going to have a choux pastry going on with some mixed salad inside that. Secondly, for the main course, a little bit of African chicken with some funky sort of Indian-style baby potatoes. And lastly, we're going to do a little bit of toasted pound cake, vanilla sauce, and fresh tropical fruit. My hunt for the freshest ingredients takes me to Mapsa Spice Market. Ooh. I live in Goa and spend part of the year in Ibiza, Spain.
Experimental and passionate cooking really turns me on.
It's every cook's dream to have his own restaurant. Sublime's my baby.
Join me for some wild cooking.
Let's get to cooking. First off the bat, choux pastry with cheese, mixed salad, olive pine nuts, saucepan on the burner. All right, choux pastry, okay? One of the easiest forms of pastry, so let's see if we can manage this, all right? A little bit of water. All right, some butter. Ba-bam! What we want to do is we want to wait till the butter sort of melts in the water, okay? Just like so. There's a little bit of salt. And let's slowly add in our flour. Ba-bam! Little bit of squeeze. Little bit of mix. Ba-bow! Okay. Choux pastry happening over here in the saucepan. I'm gonna sort of slow that down for a quick second. Grab me a mixing bowl. One egg. Ba-bow. Whisk. We're gonna add sort of 1/4 of our egg mixture at a time, okay? All right, that's my preheated oven that just had a little bing there. All right, and the last little bit of our egg. There we go. Next, we're gonna add in our cheese to our mix. Not all of it, we'll leave a little bit for later. Okay. I think our cheese is sort of melting in here properly. And we can get going on the next phase of this, putting it on an oven tray so that we can fire it off into our oven. A little bit of butter paper. Okay, sometimes you can take a little bit here, put it over there, a little bit here, put it over there to stick this down so it stays in one place. Let's put this bad boy off. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make some quenelles. Now this is a French thing here. These quenelles are basically when you take 2 spoons together like this and you kind of press with 1 spoon into the other one and press with this one into that one. And again, and again. And what you have in the end is this beautiful sort of American football looking kind of shape, which the French love, okay? So we're gonna put some more, a couple of more quenelles on this. And what we wanna do is we wanna form a sort of a circle, and this circle is gonna be the outer rim of our salad. Do you see how it's slowly starting to take shape? All right, let's put this last little piece, last little link to our beautiful golden chain here of pastry. Now this is what we've saved the last bit of cheese for. I'm gonna kind of just sprinkle this on the top here like this. A little bit of extra flavor on our choux pastry. And let's put this bad boy here in the oven. 210 degrees, 20 minutes. Okay, next, salad dressing, okay? Got a mixing bowl. Got some beautiful salad over here. You could do whatever kind of salad dressing you want. I'm gonna use olive oil and lime beautifully in here. Squeeze of lime, a little bit of salt, olive oil, crushed black pepper. All right, and let's go ahead and give this a whisk. All we're gonna do is we're gonna get our greens and our tomatoes ready for our salad. Chop a little bit of these green onions. A little bit of tomatoes here. I'm just kind of giving it a rough chop, straight through the middle. Okay, let's check our funky choux pastry that we've been all waiting for the last 20 minutes. Oh yeah. I can't begin to tell you the aromas of this cheese that's just coming out of this thing. Look at that. Beautiful golden brown. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, large, round salad plate. Let's try sliding it off, maybe. We're just gonna sort of dress up our salad really simple. Mind you, this is a really simple dish, okay? This is not supposed to be complicated. We're just gonna take these beautiful leaves of salad right here, throw them in this mixing bowl here. This sort of lemon and olive oil dressing that we made a little earlier. All right, throw in some of these beautiful black olives. Mix it nicely in our bowl. Make sure all your leaves are coated nicely. Get your fingers in there. I'm just gonna kind of put this in the middle right there like that. Okay, my olives. Cherry tomatoes for color. So the first bite is gonna have some flavor to it. Green onions. And last but not least, these beautiful pine nuts. My most favorite of all. There we go. Choux pastry with cheese, mixed salad, olive pine nuts. I'm gonna assassinate this right now. Beautiful, beautiful choux pastry. There we go. Wow, that's really nice. Surprise your guests, because I'm sure they haven't seen anything like this before. All right? My hunt for the freshest ingredients takes me to Mapsa Spice Market. Here we are in Mapsa. We're gonna be here to look at what kind of different spice things that we can possibly find to put a little bit of spice and a little bit of masala into our dishes and to just give it a whole different twist. Baba!
Hello, sir. How are you?
The master of spices.
Thank you very much.
What else do we have here?
Yeah, you have lot of Indian things, like lot of Goan also.
Hing, very good for after the meal. Very good digestive. Also, an Ayurvedic medicine property, this is. Ooh.
With this masala, when you're cooking the fish, you have to use this one.
Yeah, these we see very often in the fish. And what is that called?
It's called tifa.
Beautiful turmeric, otherwise known as haldi. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple of ingredients right now for the kitchen.
Thank sir.
Thank you very much.
670, sir.
670 rupees?
Yes, sir.
Can I pay you tomorrow?
Yes, sure, sir. You're
I'll be back
coming
tomorrow, I promise. I'm excited because we've got a kind of a African Indian style dish happening today. So I know a lot of you guys are gonna appreciate this one, okay? What we're gonna do is an African chicken leg. We're gonna serve that with Bombay style potatoes, Indian style raita. Let's get started. Let's go and get our chicken out of here. Here she is. What we're gonna do now is marinate this bad boy. I need a large bowl. Yogurt. All right, let's grab a spoon. We've got our yogurt over here. 2 nice tablespoons, okay? To that, we're gonna add some ginger garlic paste. All right, a little bit of ginger garlic paste in there. Something really interesting. Almond powder, okay? We're gonna put approximately maybe a tablespoon of this, okay? We're gonna put a tiny little bit of coriander. I can just break this up with my fingers. Don't need to chop anything, and just throw it in the bowl, okay? Obviously some salt. Obviously some pepper, like always. And here we got a couple of really interesting ingredients. First off the bat, we've got a little bit of clove powder, okay? Very powerful stuff. Coriander powder, cumin or jeera powder, and cinnamon powder. Red chili paste. Now what would a nice kind of pungent, spicy chicken be without red chili paste? A little bit of olive oil. And we can go ahead and mix this whole thing up right here. You see that? Because there's a lot of really cool, funky spices in it. Let's get this piece of chicken in here. Let's marinate it nicely. Let's get our hands a little dirty. There we go. We got this beautiful marinated chicken right here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge and pull out one that I just so happen to have marinated 3.5 hours ago. We're gonna need a frying pan. All right, flame on, a little bit of olive oil. Heat this up a little bit, and let's throw in our chicken, okay? Beauteous, beauteous, beauteous. All this thick, thick almond paste that we've got over here. Absolutely lovely. While that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start our Indian-style potatoes. Frying pan. A little bit of olive oil. Transfer this. Wait till our oil gets nice and hot. Add our mustard seeds to this. A little bit of curry leaves. Some chopped onion. Chopped garlic. Chopped ginger. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this chicken now into the oven. All right. Now, while that's cooking, what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of this beautiful turmeric, otherwise known as haldi. Beautiful, beautiful spice, sort of lovely, lovely aroma, and really flavors the dish. Potatoes, just gonna throw them in there. A little bit of salt, of course, a little bit of pepper. This is a super simple way to cook potatoes. You just sort of gently, we're gonna gently fry this a little bit. And what are Indian potatoes without chopped green chili? Just a rough chop is fine. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Now while that's cooking along, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce, okay? What we're gonna do for this particular dish is gonna be a raita, you know? I'm gonna add the rest of this yogurt into this. I've got some beautiful sort of grated cucumber that I've done a little earlier here. Squeeze a lime. Chopped coriander, pepper, salt, and a tiny little pinch of jeera, which is cumin powder. All right? Go ahead and mix this bad boy up a little bit. That's it. It's as easy as that. Check that out. 1, 2, 3. How long did that take? 30 seconds? All right, moving right along. I think our chicken is done. I'll grab this beautiful square plate here. I think we can start plating. The way I'm gonna plate this with these sort of Indian-style potatoes and this raita over here, I'm gonna kind of make it in a Western style of a plate up. Potatoes. I kind of gently lift these up right here. Put them on the plate. Got a lot of masala action happening here. It's got sort of ginger and garlic, this beautiful sort of turmeric yellow. We've got here our chicken, which is done, looking beautiful. All right. Got a yogurt, raita sauce. A little bit of sort of coriander leaf. It's always nice, some fresh coriander sort of on the top. Create a little bit of color, a little bit of red here. And a tiny little bit of pepper, because I love to put pepper on everything, you know me. You know, the last thing I can say we could put on here is some lime. How's that? Lovely, lovely, lovely. African chicken, Bombay style potatoes, Indian style raita. Best part of the whole day, best part of my whole job is this part right here. This is so Indian in the way that this dish is. It's just amazing to me how these two cultures are so similar, you know, Africa and India. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna eat this whole thing right now. I can't wait till this is all over. I'm gonna sit here 5-10 minutes and chop this whole thing down. This is gonna be my dinner. Woo! Time for dessert. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you something that only takes a couple of minutes to do. So please pay quick attention, because I'm gonna talk really fast and move really faster, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of toasted pound cake, vanilla sauce, and fresh tropical fruit. Let's get started. We're gonna take this pound cake. I'm gonna take my beautiful knife here, and I'm gonna cut this pound cake into little sort of medium-sized dices. This is a very, very simple dessert. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, okay? So it doesn't matter what your dices look like. Don't worry about it. Okay, I think that's even more than enough, all right? Put that piece back and get this into my preheated oven. Let's start on our compote. Saucepan, all right, very important. Let's get this on, a little bit of water. Let's get some of the spice aspects of this compote into the water as fast as possible. We've got star anise over here, one of my most favorite spices of all. Got a little bit of cinnamon powder, a pinch. All right, we got our water going here with all our different spices. I've got some beautiful chopped cherries, if you can look at that. I'm gonna add that in there. We got some beautiful fresh strawberries here. I'm just gonna cut these up into half size. That's in there. And a tiny little bit of brown sugar, okay? Just to sweeten this up a little bit. Beautiful. Get this to speed up a little bit. We're just gonna cook it lightly until everything is nicely cooked. We've got here a little bit of mint. We're just gonna use the mint leaves in this recipe. And then for our decoration last, we're gonna take a little bit of this chocolate right here, and I'm just gonna finely chop that. This is just kind of going to come on top. Now what I'm gonna plate this in, or better said, what I'm gonna glass this in, okay? There we go. We're pretty much done with that. Check that out. You see that water? That liquid is so powerful, so flavored with so much spice and these fruits. Okay, looks like our pound cake is just about done over here. Got a nice brown color on this, do you see that? All right, now to make this dessert, I was thinking about using a little bit of ice cream, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit of pound cake, a little bit of ice cream, okay? A little bit of compote along with the sauce, okay? A little bit of pound cake, ice cream, compote. I'm gonna throw in some chocolate on this, on the top, and chopped mint. And there we go. toasted pound cake, vanilla sauce, and fresh tropical fruit. Yummy. Even the chocolate is melting right now because it's so warm. Come here and look at this. Even the chocolate on the top is melting right now. This is so hot. This is delicious. Let me recap and think about a little bit what I've cooked up and served for you guys today. We started off with a really interesting salad, sort of with a pastry, the choux pastry with all kinds of cheese in a beautiful round circle. Secondly, for the main course, a little bit of African chicken with some funky sort of Indian style baby potatoes. And lastly, we had this gorgeous pound cake over here with some spiced strawberry and cherry and cold vanilla ice cream on the top of all that. Well, I've been talking way too much already. I'm gonna stop here, all right? I wish you good cooking. Goodbye.